Hello everyone, I'm Coyote Jack and things keep piling up. And in this case, let's look into retrospective about Japan. I know many people are just like from heartbroken to at this point just like me being spiteful towards them in the department of video games. In that market to be precisely. Not about manga and anime. I think those are going to be fine. But on the other hand, just like I ranted how much they push for localization, censorship, and, well, woke ideology in Japanese games now. So this one is from Pirate Nation. BlackRock and Vanguard, two US invest companies, are shareholders for big Japanese video games companies. The investment is there, so even pointed this out. Square Enix, Vanguard, BlackRock, Capcom, and Sega, and many more. Bamco and Nintendo. Let's not forget that Nintendo they wokified Pokemon. Honestly, I never got invested into that IP, and I'm glad that I never did. Square Enix, yeah, it's the most obvious one, and Capcom, of course, and Banco are the most notorious examples how they keep pushing for DEI. And Sega, they tried to do that with Hyenas, but they knew that it was so fucking bad that they found the perfect excuse to cancel it because it would be so much damage to that thing would cause to that company, just like Concord did to Sony. But again, when we are witnessing that the existing IPs from say companies, they push the body type A, body type B. With the dialogues, they tone it the fuck down to even to the point that you cannot see actual addressed pronouns as like a fucking normal human being in the most common knowledgeable of the language. Uh, Again, Spanish, for one example, is the most gendered one. And Japan, I know they have a gender neutral word in there, but they can also mention pronouns or at least the genders of the, let's say, expressions. And it's not going to stop there because even to give you another an example of Banco, Elden Ring 9 Rain Survey has three genders. So of course it's Banco, and well, FromSoft is they are owned by fucking Sony to a certain degree. Yeah, because they are a public traded company, and even if I know they aren't going to leave them alone because if they start pushing this shit, Front Software dies. And I'm not joking. If they, I know, and it pisses me the fuck off. When I played Elden Ring, the character creator has the fucking nonsense of body type A, body type B. And when I was playing it, if you play it in Spanish, doesn't fucking make sense because if you choose what it is the type for female, it addresses you as a woman or a guy. Like, you are called tarnished, and in Spanish, depending on what type of body, just like how they fucking want to call it nowadays. Well, and I suppose they need to get the fucking memo. You translate it or it either tiznado or tiznada. But that's the translation or localization that they try to put there. And again, this is what they are even trying to push. Honestly, why they are still trying to Catherine? Well, at this point, I already said why they are doing this. It's because as long as those companies have that investment, this shit is never going to stop from them. And I know Elden Ring is still going to be played. It's going to be salvageable. aside from what I did with example with the character creator. And this one subsequently got commented in this post from Pirate Nation also. This was shared by Sony a few days ago. Notice that the tier and 4 points, so Sony X Kadokawa. Adapt Kadokawa's IP into the live action films and TV dramas globally and co-produce anime works. Bad idea. Anime by itself is good. Sure, animation is well known for being expensive, but trying to adapt it into live actions, just like they want to replicate the Walkfleas formula there. And then expand global distribution of Kadokawa's anime works through the Sony's group. And to push for all this nonsense, further expands publishing of Kadokawa's games and develop human resources to promote and expand virtual production. Human resources to promote and expand virtual production. Develop human resources. What does that mean? Because at this point you could say just keep hiring people that are actually talented. Developing human resources. Why will you address it in such a way? That's what that's what really bothers me there. And since we're talking about Sony, be shared this one. Who the fuck asked for this? This is why people refuse to make PSN accounts to play Helldivers even if they are free. So, well, at this point, it's not surprising why fucking Sony deserves to go bankrupt. They posted this themselves. Everyone at Noob Gaming when they start. Your kindness help improve the experience for those new to the gaming community. That's because pieces of shit that this fucking company decided, along with many other companies and many developers, decided to line real toxicity destroyed the kindness of helicopter players and enjoyment. You can thank, for example, FGC pushing everything into esports. And sure, when you want to play one fighting game, they are just overflowing with this nonsense of over complex and not funny mechanics just so they can make it competitive. When most of the audience that will be interested to that are casuals. Uh, Focusing more in the competitive mode rather than the casual fun is what killed most of those games. And then I wanted to say this one first because I know you're probably pointing to obvious that yeah, because catering to the modern audience and also the fucking woke nonsense that as we have seen for over quite a long time from fucking Sony. But sure, the other key factors are there. Add that to the mix alongside making the game not funny to play. Because you keep hiring the same fucking DEA hires that they don't care about putting a decent product. But that has been like that for a quite a long time from this AAA industry. And they push even more nonsense. Continue on reading you the cringe. Let's keep place Peace Station the best place to be by following our code of conduct. So they posted it. Be inclusive. Peace Station Network is for everyone regardless of gender identity, sexual orientation. Are you fucking aware that even parents that they are not aware of this fucking cultural war we have been witnessing for quite more even than I was aware of. They buy this shit to their kids. They buy this shit to their kids. Why do you want to talk about sensual orientation when you are even pushing a platform towards kids? You see how fucking retarded these pieces of shit are. Race, ethnicity, nationality, color, immigration status. Oh fucking hell, man! You know this is how you know when all of these fucking DEI zealots are just keep coping with the fact that their grief is just being destroyed, and they had to play sneaky, but some of them they didn't get the memo to just fucking stop. But nah, I know they are not going to do that. But well, since we're talking about fucking Sony, you know, even when they were at the peak with their OG Call of Duty, those lobbies were actually great. You from time to time you hear someone cheating on someone for being either Mexican or just speaking Spanish, and they got their fucking ass clapped by the others, the other team, and most of the fucking trash talking, it was just like mental health. Sure, there were some sweats, and those were gatekept by driving them out of the game, by just shitting on them. That kind of environment that many of at this point old age that grew up with is not there anymore because they allowing themselves to be well. Those companies allow themselves to infect them with the same grifters that claim about my inclusivity, my tolerance, and are the most intolerant sackbags pieces of shit that have ever stepped on earth. And just even look at this: economic class, educational level, shape and size, family status, political belief. Nah, that's when I disagree. It's okay if you shit on the far left and the pedophile culturist LDHDTV. And mental and physical ability. Have you seen the guy that doesn't have one hand and can actually humiliate everyone in Elden Ring, in Dark Souls, or even Call of Duty? I have seen one of those. Oh man, at this point they don't care. In fact, they inflict a lot of mental damage to those sweats. Or any other attribute that people use to level or divide communities. So sanitize everything, and at this point make everything boring the hell out of it. Be tolerant, help each other out. I I stopped doing that in cooperative games when they fucking grieve my playthrough. Well, you don't do nothing about us, and at this point, we're not even trying to stick to that to the argument. We know they're fucking retarded. Remember, you were once too, and you once too. You can help create a better experience, but be considerate for those new to the game and community. Nah, at this point, I don't care. I have to know them in real life to play with them, or only if certain objectives align and we can move on. That's something that used to be common, but that kind of tolerance is is not there anymore. When even you create games that they force you to either move or screw you up if you don't help your teammates, and you know then well the other team manager is going to grief the fucking play game there and continue on. Be respectful. We know we can't expect everyone to agree all the time. In such a case, express your opinion respectfully or walk away where you can reach an agreement. I don't know how the manager of this account can sleep knowing full well that this shit is in its mind. Why I'm saying this? Because when they want to see push all of this fucking ideology, how themselves sleep at night when they still have this in their mind that this is the top priority. Sending the message is so fucking important to them. I wonder because they want to keep expressing this fucking shit over and over and over again. I have to wonder if they even sleep. Just looking at the facial damage some of these lefters have been making to themselves, and it shows just like with veganism and feminism and all of what is aligning with the left. You have seen them how they just desecrate their own faces. I think they don't sleep because They think of us, the average Joe, the average player of older video games and good stuff there. The connoisseur, if you know what I mean. Just by existing. And they hate you. Oh man, this is just what we are here. And this is the downfall that they are bringing themselves. Because even funny enough, I know Stellar Blade is coming to PC, and I saw this from Baradark that the Gunner games. Because also, let's not forget, consider all these fucking shitty talking points about tolerance, all these shitty talking points about globalism and pronouns, and of course having all those investors there. Funny enough, some of those companies that they have their respecting countries just second tired of that shit, taking them out on in Asian video games as a whole. Japan decided to drop that. Gunner Games dominates in most of listed chart. That's not what we are. And even, they are fucking desperate when there is actual real competition taking everyone's lunch to the point that even director of Overwatch 2, the fucking dying IP, says their release of Marvel Rivals put pressure on the team to no longer play it safe and improve areas when it's either missing something or hasn't evolved as much as it should be. Have translations. Now we are adding some waifus there because we are now seeing that China is beating our ass. So yeah, we jumping from this. All why they fuck up. They're still going to fuck up. They cannot course correct. Even when dying IP such as Marvel, then you have China. You have those countries that they fucking despise the. And I know you can say, yeah, but China is the one that finances these companies. It's the ones that forcing them to go work. Then why the fuck decided themselves to sell themselves, be themselves fucking public companies. Publicly traded companies allows them to go this fucking route. They sucked that BlackRock's dick to get that BlackRock's money. It's it's fucking obvious they decided to push this one. Rather than focusing on making the stuff that it made them grew big in the fucking first place, while also being dependent of their customers at all time because it's the most important part that even both the West and Japan forgot. It's always important to always rely on your customers. The moment you decide to change customers, real customers that like the stuff that like the products that you like, that you make, that actually they enjoy, to cater to investors and by itself in then catering to the quote unquote mother audience. This is the fucking result every single time. This is this is something that is never going to stop when until all those companies go out of business. Because even if the US state funding is stopped already, even if those investors are finally waking the fuck out about that the DI is not the way of making money, it's the way to lose more money. They're still going to try to push it because just the biggest investors declaring themselves that they want to force behaviors. Well, I have a behavior for you. I'm not going to buy it, and I hope you keep losing money. At this point, just keep investing all those money, all those companies, wokify them, because at this point, those companies decided to take this route. The choice was from them, and they take that. They, the choice is yours, and they took it. Simple as that. No, no other way to have all those Japanese companies to recover ever again. And those includes those who mentioned here, Swakin Soini, and also all of those from the West, such as Activision Blizzard, EA, Ubisoft, and many more that I'm probably missing right now. All of them. The sooner more people actually wake the fuck up, they can even go to the old stuff. Even we are seeing resurgence in from newer generations. Excuse me, newer generations playing older games, retro games. But well, I'm just going to stop it there. This is what we are with the current state of Japan and the Western companies from video game department. There, they are just a lost cause. That's it. Thanks for watching. I hope you have a pretty good day or night whenever you are. Please take care.